Today marks the official start of the 12th California Collegiate League postseason in league history, as both the CCL North and the CCL South kick off the playoffs with first-round wildcard matchups. The Arroyo Seco Saints, who finished 4th in the CCL South and 3rd in the playoff seeding, have a chance to keep their season alive as they face the 2-seed Orange County Riptide in a win-or-go-home wildcard clash. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Great Park in Irvine, California. My name is Mark Robinson, and this is Arroyo Seco Saints playoff baseball on the Saints streaming network. For the third consecutive time, the Saints have been seeded against the Riptide in the CCL playoffs. It's gone on for the last 3 years in the postseason. In 2023, the Saints came into the postseason as the 1 seed in the South, and they beat the Riptide in the divisional championship. They then went on to lose to a former CCL team, the Healdsburg Prune Packers, in the championship series. And last year, the Saints hosted the Riptide at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field for the divisional wildcard round, losing 4-1 in the sudden death series. This year, with a 3-3 regular season split against the Riptide, the Saints have a chance to hold on to their 2-game season streak here at the Great Park and chase their first ever CCL championship title. And with that, let's take a look at the official playoff bracket for this year's CCL postseason. If we turn our attention first to the north side of the 2025 California Collegiate League postseason, the Crawdads and the Blues actually just wrapped up their wild card game just moments ago, and the Crawdads would go on to take a home win up in the Bay Area at Monte Vista High School, 10-4 over the Blues, which knocks San Luis Obispo out of the postseason, and the Crawdads advance to play Sonoma tomorrow in Sonoma, California, in wine country for the second round of the playoffs. And for the South, as most of you may know, the Saints and the Riptide face off for the CCL South wild card tonight here at the Great Park, and the winner goes on to play the Conejo Oaks tomorrow in Thousand Oaks at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Stay tuned here on the Saints streaming network. Starting lineups and first pitch coming up in just a moment.
Bullets may fly round, but I lay down. I feel safe and sound on solid ground.
Okay, yeah. They can't hold me. Outlet pressure weighing on my brain. I confess I front like I don't feel a thing. Still ain't maintain, running from the old me. Every time I drop a tune, they try to tell me. 4 stars, they don't wanna see none. Tryna beat one, that might get you beat stung. Lie without, that's when the fleas come.
My name is Ganon Snider. I'm going to be a junior next year. I'm in the portal right now. I play basically everywhere, kind of a utility, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I've played baseball since I could remember, from t-ball till now, and it's always been the biggest sport in my life for sure. Growing up with an older brother, I was playing against him and everything, getting my butt kicked and everything nonstop growing up. It was super competitive. The biggest thing in sports, in my opinion, is if you're not competitive, you're not going to be able to play at the highest level. So just being able to compete every single day and whatever it is huge. All the teammates here, high-level players, competition's good, and they're all good people. The coaches are great. Next year I want to be able to compete for a team that's trying to make a run in the postseason, just pushing to get better every day. I want to play baseball as long as I can, and I'm going to.
Just moments away from first pitch for the CCL South wild card matchup, and with that, we'll really quickly get you the starting lineups for the Arroyo Seco Saints, who start off on offense as the away team in the first round of the South Division playoffs. Leading things off, playing second base is Jacob Freer, followed up by Trotter Enright at shortstop, and Jackson Reed playing left field, batting in the 3 spot. Lane Hayworth batting fourth, playing center field. Cody Turner hitting for himself as tonight's starting pitcher for the Saints, batting fifth as the DH. Jax Ryan batting sixth, playing third base. Levi Medella playing first and batting seventh. Jose Vasquez playing catcher, batting eighth. And rounding things out is Joey Milto in right field for the Saints offensive lineup. Here at the Great Park, we'll step aside for just a moment to honor our country singing its national anthem. And when we return, first pitch of the CCL South wild card matchup here on the Saints streaming network.
Yeah, it's got like a good moisture inside, which is always important. It's not dry. Super tasty. Good chocolate. I'd give it like a 9.
Like how it's hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Gooey too. Got like a little melt to it. I'm gonna go 9.7 out of 10. Check that bad boy out.
This is really good. It's like the crispy layer on the top with the gooey layer in the middle. They really complement each other very well. This is a 9.2. This is my highest ranked brownie for sure.
Like right amount of chocolate to whatever the other ingredient in there is. It's a 9.5.
I give this a 9 out of 10 right here. This is smacking. This has got to have hits in it today.
Today we're going to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena to see if anybody's coming to the Saints game tonight.
You guys like baseball? Well, we have a game over there. The Arroyo Seco Saints for Pasadena. It's at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field. Come and watch it at 6 p.m.
Thank you. Baseball, yeah, sure. Yeah. A baseball game, Arroyo Seco.
Yeah!
Where's that?
Jackie Robinson Field.
Oh, I know where that.
So you like baseball?
Nah, not really. I'm just reading it. I'll be honest with you.
You guys are big?
All right. A baseball game?
Yeah. We got a baseball game happening at the
Both teams here at the Great Park taking the field and getting set for the CCL South wild card first round matchup. And with that, let's learn about the Orange County Riptide starting pitcher Michael Ersbaumer for the Riptide tonight. Comes into this game with a regular season ERA of 1.85, 8 games, 6 games started, a 6-0 win-loss record, undefeated on the season with the Riptide this summer. 34 innings, 33 strikeouts to just 9 walks, and 19 hits allowed on the season. He's faced off and gotten a win against the Saints 3 times this season. Back on June 14th, pitched 4 innings, didn't allow any runs and 1 hit. On July 18th, allowed 4 runs and 7 hits, and then on July 25th, the most recent start and appearance for Earthbomber against the Saints, only allowed 1 run. It wasn't earned, and only 3 hits. So an arm who has handled the Saints very well this summer, and the coaching staff for the Orange County Riptide falls back on a guy who has played very well against Arroyo Seco this season. He gets the nod and the start at home against the Saints here in the CCL wildcard matchup, a league that was founded in 1993. Didn't adopt a playoff format for the league until 2013, and then all the way up until 2022 was when they readopted the 6-team, 3-team per division format with a best-of-3 game series for the CCL championship. And with that, Jacob Freer, the leadoff man for the Arroyo Seco Saints, getting set to step in, kick into the box, and face Michael Earthbomber to kick off this playoff ball game. Earthbomber kicks the first pitch of the day, misses upstairs for ball 1. First pitch officially at 7:03 Pacific here in beautiful Irvine, California. 75 degrees Fahrenheit, clear skies. No wind, gorgeous weather as Freer swings and chops it foul back behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jacob Freer. Freer has a regular season average of .339 this summer, 32 games and 127 recorded at-bats for Jacob Freer. Here in a 1-1 count against Michael Earthbomber. The pitch. Another foul ball back behind home plate. Pushes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Earthbomber eyes his first strikeout of the postseason and his 34th of the summer here against Jacob Freer. Jacob Freer with 30 strikeouts on the summer. 43 hits and 19 walks. 1-2 from Earthbomber. Pitch misses the zone, pushes to 2 balls and 2 strikes for Jacob Freer. Ended the season with a 4-game hitting streak. In the last game of the regular season for the Saints, went 3 for 4 with an RBI against the Barons. Here's the 2-2 from Earthbomber. Swing and a miss. Jacob Freer goes down swinging for the first out of the inning, and Earthbomber gets his first strikeout of the postseason through 1 batter faced here in Irvine. And with that, we'll quickly take you through the defensive lineups for the Orange County Riptide tonight. In the outfield from left to right, it's Bradley Navarro, Reed Montgomery, and Riley Hunsaker. In the infield at third base, it's Jake Evans, Camden Sauce at shortstop, Luke Johnson at second, and Carter Dans at first. Behind the dish is Zach Crandall playing catcher. And completing the battery is, of course, Michael Earthbomber, who's got 1 strikeout against Jacob Freer and 1 out behind him early on in this CCL playoff match between the Riptide and the Saints. And now it's Trotter Enright, a Long Beach State dirtbag, .316 average on the regular season this summer for Enright. Stares down the 1-0 offering. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes to Trotter Enright. Went 0 for 4 against the Barons in the last regular season game for Arroyo Seco, where they would lose 10-9. Barons mounted a 5-run comeback in the top of the 9th inning as Enright grounds this one up the middle into the glove of Johnson, and he throws over to first in time for the 4-3 putout. 2 batters and 2 outs for the Riptide. Earthbomber looking to face the minimum as Jackson Reed now due up. Seattle University Red Hawk, who joined the Saints midway through the summer. 40 at-bats and a .275 average with 8 runs and 11 hits. 1 extra base hit and 6 RBIs with the Saints in the latter half of the CCL summer. Earthbomber kicks the first offering. Reed shows bunt, pulls it away. Saints wearing their navy blue and gray uniforms, the Riptide in their all white with blue and orange across the front of the chest. 1-0 count. This one roped right into center field for a base hit. A 2-out single for Jackson Reed. He turns 1 and thinks about 2, but he comes back and keeps the Saints alive. A 2-out base hit for Jackson Reed. That brings up Lane Hayworth, recently committed to University of Texas San Antonio. 259 average, 108 recorded at-bats on the summer with the Saints. 28 hits, 8 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. As Ershbomber checks in at first, throws over to Carter Dans. Reed comes in sliding safely at first base. 2 quick outs for the Riptide here in the top of the first inning. Lane Hayworth, the cleanup hitter, playing center field tonight, looking to keep the Saints alive with a runner at first. Another check in over to first, but Reed with a jump over to second. The throw over is in time. Jackson Reed with an early jump, caught stealing to retire the side for the Riptide. And with that, we will head to the bottom of the first inning. The Riptide with a quick top of the first and a chance to strike first here at home.
Yeah, it's got like a good moisture inside, which is always important. It's not dry. Super tasty. Good chocolate. I'd give it like a 9.
Like how it's hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Gooey too. Got like a little melt to it. I'm gonna go 9.7 out of 10. Check that bad boy out.
This is really good. It's like the crispy layer on the top with the gooey layer in the middle. They really complement each other very well. This is a 9.2. This is my highest ranked brownie for sure.
Like right amount of chocolate to whatever the other ingredient in there is. It's a 9.5.
I give this a 9 out of 10 right here. This is smacking. This has got to have hits in it today.
Bottom of the first, and we'll take you through the Orange County Riptide. Starting offensive lineups, Bradley Navarro, the left fielder, leads things off, followed up by Jake Evans, then Carter Dans in the 3 spot. Luke Johnson batting cleanup, Reed Montgomery batting 5th, Zach Crandall batting 6th. In the 7 spot, Jack Salmon, Camden Sauce batting 8th, and Riley Hunsaker batting 9th in the 2nd leadoff spot for the Riptide, as Cody Turner, who gets the nod, hitting for himself in the designated hitter spot, also starts the game on the mound. The reigning Saints pitcher of the week with 5 innings, no earned runs, only 2 hits allowed, 6 Ks through 21 batters faced, as he puts the 1-0 just a bit outside of the zone to the right-hander, Bradley Navarro, for a called ball 2. So an early 2-0 count for Bradley Navarro against Cody Turner, who, as I said, is hitting for himself today as the designated hitter and the starting pitcher. As the 2-0 from Turner misses outside in the same spot as the previous, offering 3 balls and no strikes to Bradley Navarro, leading it off for the Riptide here in Irvine. 3-0. Right down Broadway, called strike 1. Cody Turner stays alive and avoids the 4-pitch walk against Bradley Navarro. Originally from Huntington Beach, California, heading to University of Utah this year for season of NCAA baseball. 3-1. Right up the middle, called strike 2 from Cody Turner. Initially falls behind 3 balls and no strikes, catches himself up to a full count against the true leadoff man here in the bottom of the first inning. Payoff pitch from Turner, swing and a miss. Cody Turner crawls his way back to a leadoff strikeout here in the bottom of the first inning against Bradley Navarro. 1 out for the Saints. Wonderful work there by Cody Turner. Gets his 16th strikeout of the summer, his first of the CCL postseason. Now he's got an out behind him against Jake Evans. First offering. In there for strike one. 3 straight strikes from Cody Turner. A 1-1 count for Jake Evans. Turner kicks and delivers. Softly grounded over to Jax Ryan. Makes the throw over to first in time for the second out of the inning. And with that, we'll take you through the defensive lineups for the Saints all the way out in the outfield from left to right. Jackson Reed at left field. Lane Hayworth out in center. And Joey Milto out in right field. Jax Ryan at third base. Trotter Enright at shortstop. Jacob Freer at second. And Levi Medella covering first. Jose Vasquez behind the dish. And completing the battery with his Antelope Valley Community College teammate is Cody Turner, the pitcher, who has 2 outs and a strikeout behind him in this first appearance in the postseason. Now it's Carter Dance who takes a look at strike one. Cody Turner, after initially throwing 3 straight balls, is rolling now against these first 3 Riptide batters. A 1-1 count for Dance. In there for strike 2. Something clicked in the head of Cody Turner, and he is full steam ahead. 2 outs and an 0-2 count here against Carter Dance. Turner taking his time, trying to decide on the right pitch from the signs of Jose Vasquez. Up against Carter Dance. 0-2 count. Turner set at the belt. The pitch. Misses upstairs. 1-2 now to Carter Dance. Dance coming to the Riptide for the summer by way of Northwestern University. Two-way player as well. 1-2. Just low in the zone. Pushes to 2-2. Here with 2 gone in the bottom of the first for the Saints. 290 batting average for Carter Dance this summer. 93 official at-bats in the regular season for the Riptide. 2-2 from Turner. Struck him out. Cody Turner gets 2 Ks and faces the minimum in the bottom of the first inning, and the Saints keep this a scoreless ball game as we head to the second inning here on the Saints streaming network. Cody Turner, the starting pitcher for the Saints, faces the minimum and sends us to the top of the second inning. Lane Hayworth, who went up for a plate appearance in the top of the first, gets a fresh count and a fresh plate appearance here in the second to lead things off as the cleanup man, as Jackson Reed was caught stealing at second to retire the side for the Riptide. As we welcome you back to the great park here in Irvine, California, beautiful area of SoCal. Just a few miles inland from Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, to name a few gorgeous areas of the coast here in Southern California, as Lane Hayworth chops the first offering foul for a called strike one. Hayworth with a .259 average, 108 recorded at-bats on the regular season for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Leading things off here in the second against Michael Erspommer, who has a hit and a strikeout. As the 0-1 in there for strike 2. Hayworth from Louisville, Texas, was in the transfer portal this summer by way of Wichita State University. Off-speed pitch. 1-2 count now for Lane Hayworth. So after being in the portal this whole summer, gets to head back to his home state of Texas, where he attended Hebron High School, originally from Louisville, now attending college in San Antonio. 1-2 pitch. Check swing in there for strike 3. Back-to-back leadoff strikeouts for Ersbomber. He gets his second strikeout of the day, his first looking strikeout, and a quick out for the Riptide brings up Cody Turner, who just had a phenomenal first outing on the mound. 1 inning, faced the minimum and got 2 strikeouts. We'll see if he can follow it up in the batter's box for his first official plate appearance. First offering to Turner in there for strike 1. Cody Turner batting a .243 on the summer, 70 at-bats. The primary designated hitter for the Saints this summer as he takes on the 0-1, misses inside at the elbows. 1-1 with an out. Sticks on the scoreboard here in this ball game, still 0-0 in this CCL South wild card divisional round. Ersbomber sets, kicks, and delivers to Turner. Just in the zone on the upstairs side, in there for a called strike 2. Turner's got 18 strikeouts on the summer, in the regular season that is. 17 hits and 4 doubles as he grounds this one right up the middle into the glove of Sauce, who makes the throw over to first in time. Another 2 quick outs for the Riptide. Hayworth and Turner both go down, which brings up Jax Ryan. And Jax Ryan is, in fact, the beer batter tonight here at the Great Park. If he strikes out, beer is heavily discounted to those in attendance watching tonight's CCL playoff game. He's been the beer batter for a handful of times this summer. I can remember he was the beer batter one time here in the Great Park earlier in the regular season, as well as up in Sonoma as well, as he takes on the first offering, but it's up the middle for a called strike 1. .181 average, just below the Mendoza line for Jax Ryan. 36 strikeouts, a team leading, as he takes a big swing at the 0-1 offering. 0-2 count to the beer batter, Jax Ryan. Ersbomber eyes K, number 3, and to retire the side with the minimum. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Pitch is on the ground, but the throw over from 2 to 3 in time. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Riptide. Ersbomber faces the minimum, and with that, we head to the bottom of the second here on the Saints streaming network. 4, 5, 6 batters due up for the Riptide in what's been a very fast-paced game so far here at the Great Park. Cody Turner faced the minimum in his first half inning pitching for the Saints tonight, and Ersbommer with 2 quick defensive frames as well, as Luke Johnson will lead things off for the Riptide for his first official plate appearance of the evening. 1-0 count. 1-0 offering from Turner. Misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes for Luke Johnson. Johnson in the Ivy League at Cornell University from Coto de Caza, California, as he swings at the 2-0, hits it foul for strike 1. 222 batting average at Cornell for Luke Johnson. 21 of 24 starts in his 24 appearances, all of which came playing third base at Cornell. 2-1 from Turner. Hit high in the air over on the right side. Medella and Milto all running on it. Milto makes the grab right on the outer edge of fair territory in the sunlight for a nice, easy first out of the inning. You take a look at the shadows in the infield as well as the outfield. Very tough visibility for some of these players in the infield and the outfield. But as the sun continues to set here in Southern California, visibility hopes to get a little bit easier. Still scoreless here in the CCL South wildcard matchup. Four batters, 4 outs for Cody Turner. Now it's Reed Montgomery, the 5-batter playing center field out of Long Beach State, a teammate of Trotter Enright. First offering an off-speed pitch inside and upstairs at the elbows of Luke Johnson. Montgomery from Mission Viejo, California, swings at the 1-0. Hits it foul on the first base side. Against Cody Turner. 333 average for Montgomery, 102 at-bats recorded in the regular season for the Riptide this summer. Here's 1-1 from Turner. Fastball inside at the knees of Reed Montgomery. 16 runs and 34 hits. 5 doubles for Reed Montgomery across his CCL summer with the Riptide. Turner delivers the 2-1 right up the middle, called strike 2 from Cody Turner. Turner looks for strikeout number 3 here in a 2-2 count. The pitch. Caught him swinging. Third strikeout of the day for Cody Turner. 5 batters, 5 outs. He is absolutely rolling for the Saints on the rubber. Turner looking to face the minimum 2 times in a row, and it's Zach Crandall, the catcher, who steps in the right-handed batter's box for his first plate appearance of the day. Crandall out of University of California, Irvine, right here in the same vicinity of the Great Park. 327 average and 50 at-bats at UC Irvine this last season for Zach Crandall. 6 RBIs. Played in the Los Angeles Regional at UCLA. Only had 1 at-bat in that postseason tournament. As he finds himself in a 2-0 count here against Cody Turner. Turner's got an out in every batter faced so far tonight, and he's got 3 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch, grounded hard over to Freer. Tries to make the diving grab, but unable to do so. 2-out base runner. Zach Crandall gets the first hit of the day for the Riptide. Turner allows his first hit as well. 2 outs and a runner at first. Brings up Jack Salmon, the designated hitter, hitting for Michael Ersbommer, the pitcher for the Riptide tonight. Has been all over the place for his collegiate baseball career. Started at Golden West College and went to University of Hawaii Manoa in the Big West Conference. Now at University of Nevada, Las Vegas. As Turner deals the first offering to Salmon, it misses outside. 1-0 the count now to the Newport Beach, California native Jack Salmon. Attended Corona Del Mar High School. 1-0. Turner keeps his eyes on first. This ball lofted shallowly over to Freer. He makes the throw over to first in time to retire the side for the Saints. So the Riptide find their first hit in a 2-out single from Zach Crandall, but they keep this game scoreless as we head to the third here on the Saints streaming network.
My name's Ganon Snider. I'm going to be a junior next year. I'm in the portal right now. I play basically everywhere, kind of a utility, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I've played baseball since I could remember, from t-ball till now, and it's always been the biggest sport in my life for sure. Growing up with an older brother, I was playing against him and everything, getting my butt kicked and everything nonstop growing up. It was super competitive. The biggest thing in sports, in my opinion, is if you're not competitive, you're not going to be able to play at the highest level. So just being able to compete every single day and whatever it is huge. All the teammates here, high-level players, competition's good, and they're all good people. The coaches are great. Next year I want to be able to compete for a team that's trying to make a run in the postseason, just pushing to get better every day. I want to play baseball as long as I can, and I'm going to.
Top of the third in what's been a pitcher's duel so far in tonight's CCL South wildcard matchup. As we welcome you back to the Saints streaming network, I'm Mark Robinson. Happy to be with you here on the call. Kicking off the CCL playoffs. Up north, the Blues lost 10-4 to the Walnut Creek Crawdads for the North wildcard. The Crawdads will now head to Sonoma to play the Stompers in the CCL North Championship. The winner of that heads down south for the CCL Championship, as it's Levi Medella leading things off, the 7-batter, playing first base. He'll be followed up by Jose Vasquez and Joey Milto, respectively, in this top of the third for the Arroyo Seco Saints. 1-0 count for Medella. Ersbommer delivers. In there for strike one from Michael Ersbommer. Levi Medella, 276 average on the summer. 1-1 count. Off the ground in front of Zach Crandall. Pushes to 2 balls and 1 strike for Levi Medella. 127 recorded at-bats this season. Medella playing collegiate baseball at Shorter University in Rome, Georgia. This pitch lined deep out to center field. Montgomery barely has to move to make the grab for the first out of the inning. Medella with a hard hit ball straight out to center field, but Montgomery able to take care of it for the first out of the inning for the Riptide, which brings up Jose Vasquez, a late addition to the Saints roster this summer. We had him on our bottom of the seventh guest show, that is, on the Saints streaming network. That happens at every home game during the regular season, as he takes on the first offering, misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. And he talked about how he just wanted to find anywhere that he could play this summer, and that started out as going up to the Conejo Oaks. Played 2 games with them as they were very low on catchers, and then after his time up in Conejo, the Saints were in need of players to play behind the dish. Came down to join the Saints for the remainder of the season as he swings on the 1-0. Clips Zach Crandall in the top of the mask on the swing. Crandall playing a little forward to standard behind home plate. 1-1 the count with 1 out for Jose Vasquez. Vasquez, Cody Turner's teammate, who previously was at Antelope Valley College. 250 average with the Saints this summer, a .500 average with the Oaks. Averages out to a .375 across both teams for the latter half of the summer as he fouls one softly down the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes with an out for Jose Vasquez. In his 2 games with the Saints, recorded a hit. He's recorded a hit in every single game that he's played in the CCL this summer. A small sample size, that is, only 4 games, but hopes to keep that streak alive here in the postseason. 1-2 to Vasquez. Check swing. Went around. Called strike 3. Courtesy of the call from the first base umpire, Chris Mayer. It's Michael Blanchard, the head umpire behind the dish for tonight's contest, and Max Ponce over on the third base side. Those are your 3 umpires for tonight's CCL contest. So 8 batters faced, 8 outs for Earthbomber as he faces Joey Milto with 2 gone. First offering, off-speed pitch in there for a called strike 1. Owen won the count. 2 outs here for Michael Earthbomber. A 1 in there for a called strike 2 against Joey Milto. Earthbomber eyes strikeout number 5 here in the top of the 3rd inning and looks to face the minimum for 3 straight innings. 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikes. 5th strikeout of the day. Joey Milto goes down swinging, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Saints streaming network. Bottom of the 3rd, here from Irvine. It's the 8-9-1 batters 2 up. Camden Sauce, the shortstop, steps in for his first official plate appearance of the night against Cody Turner. First pitch swinging, it's lined out to right field for a leadoff single. Camden Sauce starts the hit parade for the Riptide, and he gets a leadoff single, nobody out, and 1 runner on for the Riptide. 2 hits and 3 strikeouts for Cody Turner on the day. And now it's the 9-batter, Riley Hunsaker, coming in for his first official plate appearance. First offering, right up the middle, in there for strike 1 for Riley Hunsaker from Highland, California. Attended Citrus Valley High School. California Baptist University, his home for NCAA baseball. A 1 from Turner. This is the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out and 1 runner on here in the Great Park. Gorgeous stadium in Irvine, California. 1-1 count. Turner sets at the stretch, keeps his eyes on first, and delivers. Pitch misses upstairs near the head of Riley Hunsaker. Vasquez gets up quick and looks to throw down to first. Try to catch Camden Sauce, but holds on. 2-1 the count for Riley Hunsaker. The pitch. Off speed, misses inside. Hitters count for Hunsaker. A two-way player with a .263 batting average this summer. 57 official at-bats. 3-1, grounded up the middle and in for a base hit. Looked like a miscommunication between Jacob Freer and Trotter Enright. Neither of them able to get there to make the play. Back-to-back singles, nobody out for the Riptide, and a runner in scoring position for the first time today. That brings us back to the top of the order. Bradley Navarro steps in for his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout against Cody Turner, who's now matched his strikeout count with his hits allowed count. Looks to calm down. Try to think only ahead versus what's already happened in this bottom of the third. First offering to Navarro, right down the middle, in there for strike one. Double play ball still an option for the Saints with a runner at first. But a runner in scoring position now. Riley Hunsaker at first, Camden Sauce at second. 0-1 count. No outs, 2 runners on the pitch. Lined high in the air, out to deep left field. Reed running back on it, makes the diving grab. Jackson Reed with a highlight reel play in the outfield. Keeps the runners frozen at the infield and gets the first out of the inning for the Saints. How about Jackson Reed doing it all, making a electric play out in the outfield for Arroyo Seco. 1 out and 2 runners on. Now it's Jake Evans up for his second plate appearance. Still 2 runners on. The double play ball ends the inning for the Saints. First offering, off-speed pitch in there for strike one for Cody Turner. Jake Evans, 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to third. Jax Ryan taking care of Jake Evans in his first at-bat with the 5-3 put out over to Levi Medella. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the third. 0-1 count for Cody Turner against Jake Evans. He delivers. Check swing pitch in the ground. Jose Vasquez stops it with his lower body. Verdict from Chris Mayer, the first base umpire. Did not go around on the swing. Pushes the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Another pitch downstairs in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jake Evans. Turner sets at the belt against Jake Evans. Keeps his eye on the infield. Delivers. Grounded up the middle into the glove of Enright. 6, 4, 3. The double play ends the frame for the Saints. The Riptide strand 2 runners, and we are scoreless heading into the 4th here on the Saints streaming network. Top of the fourth inning, and we're back to the top of the order for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Jacob Freer steps in for plate appearance number 2 here in a scoreless ball game against the Orange County Riptide, the divisional wild card round of the CCL South. The winner of this game heads to Thousand Oaks to face the Oaks in the CCL South championship game tomorrow at 4:30. Freer's first pitch swinging sends it way up in the sky, foul. Crandall runs behind, tries to make the grab, but unable to do so. Ball slips out of his catcher's glove. Freer stays alive. 0-1 the count to Jacob Freer. Last inning, Camden Sauce and Riley Hunsaker had back-to-back base hits and found themselves in scoring position. But an athletic highlight reel play from Jackson Reed and a double play kept the Saints alive as this one grounded up the middle into the center field for a base hit. A leadoff single for Jacob Freer. Nobody out and a runner at first for the Saints. And now Trotter Enright with a chance to move him up the pond and lead the Saints to striking first here in Irvine. Hit number 2 of the day for the Saints. Reed has the first one. And now Trotter Enright, 0 for 1 on the day. Spalmer checks in over at first. Freer comes in standing safely. Trotter Enright, 7 doubles and 2 home runs. Another check in over at first from Spalmer. Freer standing safely. Spalmer, of course, with the left-handed pitcher advantage, has a clear vision over at first base. Doesn't have to turn 180 degrees. First offering to Enright. Off-speed pitch misses the zone, 1-0. Enright stood in the box for 2 straight check-in pick attempts over to first. And takes on the first pitch. 1-0 the count to the Long Beach State Dirtbag. Another check-in over at first base. Pick attempt unsuccessful, not in time. From Spalmer over to Carter Dans, the first baseman. Freer continues to stand safely at first. Still only 1-0 the count to Trotter Enright. 1-0 misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Enright with a hit in 6 of his last 10 games in the regular season. Went 0 for 4 against the Barons last Sunday, July the 27th. 2-0 to Enright. Right down the middle, called strike 1. He stays ahead 2-1, but Spalmer finds his groove and gets his first strikeout against Trotter Enright. He's got 5 strikeouts on the day through 3 full innings. Has only allowed 2 hits across the entire Saints lineup. 2-1 pitch. Breaker inside at the eyes of Trotter Enright. Some chin music. Pushes us to 3 balls and 1 strike. Enright with a hitter's count. He's been walked 27 times this summer. Looks to get on base for the first time tonight and send Freer over to scoring position at second. Spalmer, another check-in over at first. Freer takes a few steps into first base, stands safely. Spalmer, a lot of pick attempts over to first, making sure Freer isn't going far. Doesn't want any stolen bases. 3-1. Another inside pitch, and Enright will head to first on the walk. That is the first walk of the day across both pitchers. And now the Saints, with nobody out, 2 runners on. Jacob Freer stands in scoring position for Arroyo Seco. And now it's Jackson Reed, the only other Saint to have a 1-for-1 day, but was caught stealing after his single in the top of the first inning. 2 runners on. Spalmer, first offering. Breaker in there for strike 1. Jackson Reed, a recent graduate of of Seattle University. Yet to commit anywhere for post-grad NCAA baseball, but looking to continue his collegiate baseball career with one more year of eligibility. 0-1 from Ersbommer, another off-speed pitch. This one inside to the lefty Jackson Reed, 1-0. Four-game hitting streak to end the season for Reed. Two of those multi-hit games against the Barons and the Riptide. Went 2 for 3 back when the Saints won 7-2 here at the Great Park on July 26th. 1-1 swing and foul from Jackson Reed. Now a 1-2 count with nobody out, 2 runners on. Ersbommer only 7 earned runs on the entire summer in his 8 games. Hasn't allowed a run yet to score. 1-2. Breaker upstairs. Even count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes for Jackson Reed. 3 5-inning appearances for Michael Ersbommer this summer. 3 4-inning and 2 3-inning respectively. So starting to encroach on his maximum as the 2-2 misses upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count, and the Saints dugout is loud for this payoff pitch. A walk loads the bases. Freer at second, Enright at first. Reed in a full count. No outs. Payoff pitch. Grounded. Over the head of Dans for a base hit. Freer rounds third. He comes in to score. The Saints take the lead here in the CCL postseason. An RBI single for Jackson Reed. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Trotter Enlight sliding over into third safely. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and the Saints with a 1-0 lead. Great piece of hitting from Jackson Reed. Great contact right over the head of Carter Dans. Freer has no problem getting the nod from head coach Aaron Milam, rounding third and coming in to score. Now no outs, 1 run for the Saints, 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Check in for Ersbommer over to first. Reed comes in standing safely. And it's Lane Hayworth up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. A 2-way athlete in high school, played football and baseball. First offering to Hayworth, misses upstairs. 1-0 the count to Lane Hayworth. Jackson Reed at first after the RBI single. Enright at third after the walk. Hayworth shows bunt, pulls back, but the pitch in the zone. Strike 1. Even count now for Lane Hayworth. 1-1. Five hits in his last 10 games of the summer. Went 1 for 5 against the Riptide the last time the Saints were here at the Great Park. 1-1 to Hayworth. Softly grounded over to the glove of Ersbommer. He'll throw over to first to get the easy 1-3 put out. Not enough for Enright to come home. Jackson Reed does move up into scoring position at second. First out of the inning for the Riptide. Hayworth goes down on the infield ground out to Michael Ersbommer. Somewhat productive out, though, for Lane Hayworth. He bumps Jackson Reed up into scoring position. So now anything on the ground in the outfield brings in potentially 2 more runs to score for the Saints. And who better to do it than Cody Turner? First pitch swinging, lofts it into the air, but Enright comes home to score run number 2. Cody Turner. First pitch swinging over to Luke Johnson, but gets the RBI. 2-0 in favor of the Saints, who struck first here in the fourth. Now it's Jax Ryan, tonight's beer batter for the home team Riptide. He shows bunt, puts it way up in the air. Zach Crandall running back on it, but a miscommunication between Jake Evans, the third baseman, and Zach Crandall. Both of them sliding into the falling baseball, but neither of them able to put it in their leather. Ryan stays alive. 0-1 the count. For the beer batter, Jax Ryan. Team leading strikeouts this last season for the Saints. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Ersbommer delivers. Lined high in the air, out to right field. Hunsaker tracks back toward the wall and makes the grab to retire the side. But the Saints strike first and take a 2-0 lead here in the first half of this ball game. And with that, we'll head to the bottom of the fourth, the Riptide, with a chance to now try to strike back.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it will score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score two. It's quickly 4-0 top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound. Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Carrillo didn't get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the ninth?
Riptide now in the home half of the fourth, look to strike back and tie up this ball game. But the Saints find their first 2 runs and take the lead here in the postseason. An RBI single from Jackson Reed, scoring Jacob Freer, and Cody Turner scoring Trotter Enright on an RBI ground out. And it's Turner still on the rubber, continuing his start for the Saints, hitting for himself as tonight's first pitcher. 3 full innings. He's got 3 hits allowed and 3 strikeouts. No walks, no earned runs, as this one is lined right into right field for a leadoff base hit. Carter Dance blistered that baseball, found the open space in right field, and gets the leadoff single. So now it's Luke Johnson. This is the 3rd straight half inning, which has had a leadoff hit. In the last 2 half innings, after the leadoff hit, 2 runners on and 1 runner in scoring position. The only difference was the Saints were able to take care of the 2 runners on in their last defensive outing by way of a athletic play out in left field by Jackson Reed. And a beautiful 6-4-3 put out from Freer, Enright, and Medella. But now Luke Johnson takes on the 0-1. Misses the zone, evens it up 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 count. Early jump. Medella throw over to second in time to catch Dan's stealing. Dan's went early on the jump. Turner with a heads-up throw as a lefty pitcher, and Medella gets the easy throw over to second. Carter Dans caught stealing for the first out of the inning. The leadoff single turns into bases empty, 1 out for Luke Johnson. And it's a 1-1 count, now with an out. And the 1-1 in there for strike 2. Cody Turner eyes strikeout number 4 and out number 2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Cody Turner. 2 outs and nobody on for the Saints here in the 4th. So a leadoff single turns into 2 outs, nobody on after Cody Turner gets the efficient pick over to first, and the jump from Carter Dans finds himself caught stealing at second. And now it's Reed Montgomery who comes in for plate appearance number 2. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a swinging strikeout against Cody Turner. First offering, big check swing. Home plate umpire Michael Blanchard elects that he went around. 0-1 the count. Montgomery out of Mission Viejo, California. Mentioned already, a teammate of Trotter Enright's. Had a 102 batting average as a dirtbag playing in the Big West Conference this last summer. 1-1. Swung on and fouled. Went off the upper body of Jose Vasquez. Turner ahead with his eyes on strikeout number 5. 2 outs. Saints with a 2-0 lead here in Irvine. Turner delivers. Hit shallow in the air, out to right field. Milto comes in and makes the grab to retire the frame. Cody Turner allows a leadoff single, but efficient infield work allows him to face the minimum. The Saints hold on to the lead as we head to the 5th here from Irvine.
What's up? I'm Christian Robb. I'm a pitcher.
Cade Schumard, I'm a left-handed pitcher.
And this is Riptide with the Saints.
My first card, I got Luke Weaver.
David Fry.
I got Jackson Job as my next card, young guy.
We got Landon Knack.
Got Austin Hedges, another good player.
Kiter Montero.
Oh, this one's a freaky card. I got Nick Castellanos.
Oh.
It's Friday the 13th right now, so it's kind of a bad look to pull the Nick Castellanos card on Friday the 13th.
We got Nolan Jones.
JP Sears. Let's read about this guy. He's from South Carolina. That's pretty cool.
Julian Aguilar. I'm not too familiar with these guys.
No, I've heard of him for sure.
He's a pitcher though. He looks nasty.
I got Jesus Luzardo. This guy is nasty.
I got Tyler Fitzgerald.
Oh, here we go. Jordan Romano. Oh, he's from Canada.
Oh.
That's pretty sick.
Wowza. Mason Montgomery, left-handed pitcher.
Alex Verdugo. He's nasty.
We got a decent one here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Matt Strom there.
Let's go.
That's huge.
I got Caden Dana.
Top of the 5th inning, and it's the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Levi Medella comes in as the leadoff man. In the top of the 5th, 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center field. Reed Montgomery took care of that baseball, lofted out into the outfield. But Medella with a 2-0 run behind him looks to continue the scoring parade for the Saints as he takes on the first offering. It's up the middle and in the zone for a called strike 1. In the first 3 innings, it was the 1, 2, 3 batters, then the 4, 5, 6 batters, then the 7, 8, 9 batters, respectively. But in the 4th, the Saints cycled through their first 6 in the lineup to set up Levi Medella, Jose Vasquez, and Joey Milto to be due up here in the 5th. Medella in an even count now, 1 ball and 1 strike to number 7, batting 7th. As he turns his elbows on the 1-1 offering, but the pitch in the zone from Erstbommer, 1-2 the count. Medella, 4-game hitting streak to end the summer as he takes on the 1-2, evens it up 2 balls and 2 strikes. In his last game where he was slotted into the infield, went 1 for 4 against the Riptide here at the Great Park with an RBI and a single. Erstbommer with the 2-2, grounded over to the shortstop Sauce. He makes the bouncing throw over to first in time. A gorgeous one-hop throw and grab from Camden Sauce to Carter Dans. Levi Medella goes down. 1 batter, 1 out for the Riptide. And that was a gorgeous one-hop pick by Carter Dans. A very hard throw off the slow ground ball from Levi Medella. Camden Sauce showing off the velo. And now it's Jose Vasquez. One and 0. This one in the zone, called strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. In the top of the 5th, Joey Milto on deck. Top of the order, Jacob Freer in the hole. 1-1, swing and a miss. Vasquez didn't like that one. He'll step out and take a deep breath, reconvene, kick back into the batter's box. Now behind against Erstbommer, who knocks on the door for strikeout number 6. Erstbommer delivers. In the dirt. Oh no, I beg your pardon. This clipped the upper body of Jose Vasquez. And a hit by pitch sends him to first with 1 out and brings up Joey Milto. Joey Milto, one of the last guys of the summer to leave the transfer portal and commit. He'll be heading to Central Michigan University this next year, previously at Bellarmine University in the Atlantic Sun Conference, but now he'll head to Michigan to play at CMU. And in what's been a very strong season as he leads the team in RBIs and home runs. A well-deserved buzzer beater commitment at the end of the CCL summer. Went 2 for 4 in his last regular season game against the Barons. Now in an 0-1 count with a runner on. He lofts this one into the air, into left field. Navarro runs in on it and gets under it to make the grab. Vasquez stays put at first. And Milto goes down on the fly out to left field. Now we're back to the top of the order. Jacob Freer coming in for plate appearance number 3. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Swinging strikeout and a base hit. He'd also come in to score off the RBI single from Jackson Reed, one of the 2 runs. As Erstbommer will check in over to first on Jose Vasquez. Now, as we've talked about, Erstbommer hasn't had longer than a 5-inning appearance, but in what could be his last game of the summer, you may see that appearance stretch out a little bit as he's continuing to roll and have a very strong night for the Riptide with a lot of rest for Erstbommer, who heads into his true freshman year at Stanford University. May let his arm try to do a little more work than what he's used to this summer. Here in his 5th inning right now with 2 outs behind him. 1-0 to Jacob Freer. Misses inside and upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes now for Jacob Freer. Runner at first, Jose Vasquez. 2-0 in favor of the Saints. Hit number 45 on the summer for Freer if he's able to find contact here. The 2-0 pitch. Freer turns the elbows. And the pitch in the zone from Ersbommer. 2 balls and 1 strike. Freer still ahead with 2 outs and a runner on. Check in almost over the head of Carter Dans. But he leaps up and prevents Jose Vasquez from moving up in the pond. Two and 1 for Freer. Ersbommer delivers. Chopped foul. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but a gorgeous sunset over the mountains in the background. Just very pretty views here in Southern California in late July, complemented by gorgeous midsummer weather, 71 degrees Fahrenheit now that the sun has gone down in the mountains here in Southern California. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Ersbommer delivers. Strike 3 on Jacob Freer. He goes down swinging, and the Saints strand a runner, and the ball game stays at 2-0 in favor of Arroyo Seco. We head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Saints Streaming Network.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another place and another time. Well, I apologize for the way I'm acting. I just got a lot of loving you on my mind. Ever since there's a morning, I've been wondering how you do that thing you did last night. Well, let me tell you.
Cody Turner's last appearance of the summer was against the Academy Barons. And in that respective appearance, he had his highest amount of innings pitched on the season, as well as his highest strikeout count in one single game on the summer. 5 innings pitched and 6 strikeouts, only 2 hits allowed, and no earned runs. And he comes in for inning number 5 without any earned runs and 4 hits allowed. Hopes to keep this game scoreless as the Saints lead 2-0. That was his longest and only 5-inning appearance, but in the same case of Michael Ersbommer, considering the fact that it is the postseason, may see some of these pitchers who are both having a remarkable night on the rubber stay in for a little bit longer. This one lined hard out into right field for a base hit. Crandall will think about 2, but a hammered throw from Joey Milto keeps him at first, but a leadoff single for Zach Crandall here in the 5th. Zach Crandall gets hit number 14 on the summer, his second of the postseason. He's now 2 for 2 on the day. Just below the Mendoza line on the regular season, a 1.91 average. Jack Salmon takes on the first pitch, misses low. 1-0 the count now to the nephew of Tim Salmon, well-known name in the world of professional baseball. This one grounded right through the glove of Medella for a base hit. Crandall will stay put at second. Salmon gets to first, And the hit parade begins for the Riptide. 2 batters, 2 hits, no outs for Orange County here in the home half of the 5th. Now it's the shortstop, Camden Sauce, who's 1 for 1 on the day. 6 hits now for Cody Turner. And this will call for a mound visit. The infield convenes and collects with Cody Turner. He allowed back-to-back base hits to the leadoff man and the second batter in the 3rd. It was Camden Sauce and Riley Hunsaker. But then the Saints would get a fly out to left field and a 6-4-3 double play to retire the frame. Now with 2 runners on, no outs, a similar situation. The Saints hope for the best possible fielding that they can have. 6 hits for the Riptide, 3 hits for the Saints. No errors for either team defensively so far tonight. First offering from Turner. Out of the glove of Vasquez, moves the runners up station to station. Crandall stands at 3rd, Salmon at 2nd. 2 runners on in scoring position. Crandall the first run, Salmon the tying run here in tonight's game. Another quick meeting between Jose Vasquez and Cody Turner, teammates at Antelope Valley College, and something that Vasquez told us when he came on the Saints streaming network for an interview was these two would always pitch and catch together at Antelope Valley. They always completed the battery with one another, so they understand each other. Vasquez understands the pitch type and the arsenal that Cody Turner is working with as far as his pitching, and that's a big advantage to have that chemistry on the battery for the Saints tonight. Big swing from Camden Sauce on the 1-0 offering. Pushes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Cody Turner, if he wants to keep this game scoreless, or at least rather keep the lead in favor of the Saints, has to do the grunt of the work here. As there are still no outs. Sauce eyes the 2-1-1, and it's in there for ball 2. Camden Sauce at Texas Christian University. 7 appearances on the year in his sophomore season. Turner in a 2-1 count. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. The pitch, breaker, early swing for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes for number 2, Camden Sauce, playing shortstop today. Went 2 for 5 in his last appearance against the Saints in the regular season of this year's CCL summer. 2-2 from Turner. Check swing in there for strike 3. Another strikeout for Turner. He gets his first out of the inning, and a step in the right direction to keeping the Saints in the lead here in the 5th. And now it's the 9 batter, Riley Hunsaker. Turner's now got 5 strikeouts on the day. As I talked about, Cody Turner tying his longest appearance of the summer today, and now 1 strikeout away from tying his single-game strikeout record on the summer. Of course, against the Barons when he had 5 innings and 6 strikeouts. Didn't allow any earned runs and only allowed 2 hits. He's yet to allow an earned run tonight. Has allowed 6 hits against the Riptide. 1-0 count for Hunsaker. Turner delivers. Pitch just misses the zone. Hunsaker gets ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. Hunsaker, by way of University of Southern California, currently at Cal Baptist University. Takes on the 2-0, but it's up the middle in there for a called strike 1. Turner stays alive. Keeps his strike count high, 35 strikes to 26 balls so far for Cody Turner. 2-1 the count. Crandall at 3rd, Salmon at 2nd. And it's Hunsaker with a chance to knock in the first run of the day, as well as RBI number 9 on the summer for Riley Hunsaker. 2-1. Turner delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Turner catches himself up and evens the count. 2-2 with 1 out and 2 runners on. Saints still leading 2-0 here from Irvine. Two-two pitch from Turner. Lined hard out to right field for a base hit. Crandall comes in to score an RBI single for Riley Hunsaker. And the Riptide find their first run of the night with 1 out. First earned run for Cody Turner. Hunsaker gets RBI number 9, scores Crandall, moves Jack Salmon up to third, runners at the corners and 1 out. Brings up Bradley Navarro, top of the order. Navarro comes in for his 3rd plate appearance of the day. He's 0 for 2 on the day, a swinging strikeout against Cody Turner, and a long fly out all the way out to the track as the check swing did not go around, courtesy of the call from Chris Mayer, the first base umpire. And I don't think that viewers on the Saints streaming network can hear this, but we do have our favorite fan of the summer, Superfan Keith, in attendance tonight, keeping the fans happy and engaged. This one is lined hard and foul on the third base side for a called strike 1. Superfan Keith, not a fan of the Riptide, not a fan of the Saints, just a fan of baseball. Traveling all over Southern California to watch CCL baseball. One team that he is a very big fan of is Cal State Fullerton. Travels all around the coast of California to watch the Fullerton Titans play. 1-1 from Turner. This is away. 2 balls and 1 strike now for the true leadoff man, Bradley Navarro. Navarro appeared in 28 games with 14 starts in his true freshman year at Michigan. As he takes on the 2-1, it breaks into the zone for a called strike 2. As I said a few minutes ago, Cody Turner having to do the grunt of the work as a pick attempt from Turner is way over the head of Medella. That will score Salmon. And the throw to Ryan over to third, not in time. A very unfortunate mistake for the Saints. Scores the tying run in Jack Salmon. Hunsaker goes all the way over to third. First error of the night for Arroyo Seco, and a costly one, as this ball game is now tied. Grounded over the glove of Freer. Hunsaker comes in to score, and the Riptide find 3 unanswered runs and take the lead here in the 5th inning. The home team mounts the mid-game comeback. The Riptide have something to say about the Saints taking the initial 2-0 lead. Navarro gets a base hit. Tyler Herges getting loose in the bullpen for Arroyo Secos. This will most likely be Cody Turner's last inning of work. As the first offering to Jake Evans in there for strike 1. As now only a runner at first in Bradley Navarro after the RBI single. 0-1. Hit foul on the right side. Cody Turner ahead 0-2. Looking to tie that season-high strikeout per game count at 6 Ks. Oh-2 from Turner. High in the air and foul on the right side into the parking lot here at the Great Park. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 still. Navarro at first. Turner delivers. Swing and a miss. Turner gets that 6th strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning. And he holds on despite allowing 3 unearned runs. Navarro still at first. Crandall, Salmon, and Hunsaker all coming in to score to allow the Riptide to take the lead. 3 runs on 4 hits. As well as an error from Cody Turner. As the first offering to Carter Dance finds the zone. 0-1 the count. Carter Dance struck out swinging, 1 of 5 strikeouts for Cody Turner, as well as had a single, but was then caught stealing in the 4th. 0-1 from Turner. Just low into the leather of Vasquez to even it up at 1-1. One. Right up the middle, catches, Dan's frozen for a called strike 2. 1-2, Turner ahead. A strikeout to break his summer record. The 1-2, caught him swinging. Turner gets strikeout number 7. And despite the 3 earned runs, finishes the inning strong. And with that, we head to the 6th inning. Riptide now leading 3-2 here on the Saints streaming network. Two, 3, 4 batters due up. Trotter, Enright lead things off in the top of the 6th as the Saints are faced with their first offensive frame trailing this game. 3 unanswered runs from Orange County, 1 in the form of a throwing error from Cody Turner, the other 2 in the form of RBI base hits from the Orange County Riptide. And they take the lead 3-2 now, the score, as the first offering from Ersbommer, who comes in for inning number 6, is in there for strike 1. Ersbommer having himself a night. 5 full innings pitched, in for his 6th right now. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, only 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. As he kicks and deals, the 0-1 misses the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. And nobody in the bullpen for the Riptide either. Riptide coaching staff looking to see out this outing from Ersbommer for as long as they possibly can. He enters the game now to break the record for his longest appearance of the summer. 1-1. Breaker inside to Trotter Enright. He was walked in his last plate appearance. He's 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances on the day. Looks for back-to-back walks. He's responsible for the only walk for Michael Ersbommer tonight. 2-1. Another off-speed pitch, missing upstairs at the upper body of Trotter Enright. Now in a hitter's count, looking to get walked back-to-back times against Michael Ershbaumer. Get that leadoff base runner for Jackson Reed. 3-1. Misses upstairs. Back-to-back walks for Trotter Enright. A leadoff runner at first. And the last time that Jackson Reed came up for an at-bat with a runner at first, he cranked one out into the outfield and sent Trotter Enright all the way over to third. And he's 2 for 2 on the day with a single and an RBI single. Now with a chance to continue his perfect 100% day. Takes on the first pitch. It's right down the middle. Fastball called, strike one. Riptide with the 1-run lead here in the 6th. Trotter Enright, whose dad has attended every single Saints game this summer. He's sitting in the crowd tonight here in Irvine, right next to superfan Keith. As Ershbaumer checks in over on Trotter Enright at first, courtesy of Carter Dans, the first baseman. Another take on the 0-1 for Jackson Reed. It's in there for strike two. Jackson Reed having himself quite the successful last few games of the season. 1 for 5 against the Barons and 2 for 3 against the Riptide on July 26th here at the Great Park. Nobody out. Runner at first. Ershbaumer checks in on Trotter Enright, the runner at first, who got the leadoff walk. No balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Reed. Ershbaumer checks in over at first again. Enright with a nice slim lead from that bag, not allowing much space for Ershbaumer to work with, getting that throw over to first, courtesy of Carter Dans. No successful pickoff attempts from Ershbaumer yet tonight. Another one over to first, but Enright with plenty of space and time to fill, getting back over to that bag safely. Nobody out. Enright at first. 0-2 to Reed. Grounded foul straight into the ground. Do it again. No balls and 2 strikes for Jackson Reed. Ershbaumer set at the belt. Another check-in over at Enright. That's 3 just in this plate appearance for Jackson Reed. Saints base runners doing a good job with a very tight lead off from that first base. 0-2 from Ershbaumer. Lined out to right field. Hunsaker tracks back on it and makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Jackson Reed goes down on the fly out, but still a runner at first for Lane Hayworth. Now these two batters, Trotter Enright and Lane Hayworth, they work together amongst each other all summer long. Hayworth was the primary leadoff man for the Saints all summer, was slotted into that leadoff number 1 spot for almost the entirety of the season prior to the All-Star break. And then Enright has batted in that 2 slot for also what's felt like the entire season, as Hayworth takes a big swing, forcing him out of position for called strike 1. But a great person to have come up to bat who hasn't tallied a hit yet tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a looking strikeout and a ground out to Ershbaumer, the pitcher. Prime opportunity to get hit number 1 to send his all season long hitting neighbor in the 1 and 2 spot respectively over to second, maybe third, with 1 out here in the 6th. Ershbaumer delivers. Another swing and a miss from Lane Hayworth. No balls, 2 strikes with an out. Hayworth went 1 for 5 with a double here at the Great Park on July 26th. Saints extended their win streak here against Orange County at the Great Park to 2. As a big swing and a miss from Hayworth gives Ersbomber the strikeout for the second out of the inning. Ersbomber has now got 7 strikeouts, tied with Cody Turner. Turner most likely to be done for the day as Tyler Herges was getting loose in the bullpen. First offering to Cody Turner, who's up to bat now and is 0 for 2 on the day, but does have an RBI attached to one of his infield groundouts. He scored Jackson Reed for run number 2, the last run that the Saints scored back in the 4th inning. 0-1 the count for Cody Turner with Trotter Enright at first. He'll go. The throw down to second. Not in time. Enright with a stolen base. The first one of the day for Arroyo Seco, and he puts himself in scoring position. A really good jump on the left-hander, showing off the speed. Nice job there by the Long Beach State dirtbag Trotter Enright. So now Cody Turner with a chance to drive in an RBI. It would be back-to-back RBIs if he can find some open space in the outfield. 1-1, the count. Ersbomber. The pitch. Hard fastball down the middle, misses outside. 2-1 now. Ersbomber turning his head, keeping his eye on Enright. Turner swings and misses on the 2-1. Brings us to Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. A potential game-defying play. Trotter Enright represents the tying run for the Saints. Riptide looking to hold on to their lead. Ersbomber will step off the rubber, and he'll meet Zach Crandall to discuss the plan for the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs against Cody Turner. Ersbomber's highest single-game strikeout night of the summer was 6 Ks against the Oaks. He's already broken that record as well. It's been a pitching duel all night. Both pitchers breaking their season appearance records in single game innings as well as single game strikeouts. 2-2 to Turner. Chopped foul on the left side. And we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like a little bit of bullpen action now in the Orange County Riptide bullpen. Expecting to see Tyler Herges come in for the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 to Turner. Off speed, misses upstairs. Michael Blanchard, the home plate umpire, gives the call to Cody Turner, and the home fans in disagreement with the verdict from Blanchard behind the dish. Big pitch here for Ersbomber in what could be his potential last pitch of the night. 1 runner on in scoring position. 2 outs, Riptide with the lead. Full count. Payoff pitch. Hit into left field for a base hit. Enright rounds third. Comes in to score. The Saints tie the game. Cody Turner gets the RBI single here in Irvine. Clutch, timely hitting from Cody Turner. A full count, 2 outs, and a runner in scoring position. And he brings Enright all the way home. Finds the equalizer. 3-3 here in Irvine. Jax Ryan, who's 0 for 2 on the day, comes in for his third at bat. But with that, first mound meeting of the night for Michael Erspamer. And while they're discussing the situation with Erspamer, we'll go over his line again so far. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So it's been a pretty strong day for Michael Erspamer. And after the first mound meeting, he will stay on the hill. He's through 5 2/3, looks to get that 6th full inning. Against Jax Ryan now, who's 0 for 2. Jax Ryan, who's been dealing with some injury throughout the remainder of the season, hasn't tallied a hit since July 17th. He's gone hitless in his last 4 games. Takes on the first pitch, misses inside and upstairs. 1-0 the count to Jax Ryan. Only 3 hits in his last 10 games against the Bombers, the Seagulls, and the Oaks. Went 1 for 3, 1 for 3, and 1 for 4, respectively. 2 of those 3 hits in those 3 games, also doubles, to go down for 2 of his 5 doubles on the summer. Erspamer checks in over at first on Cody Turner. Turner taking a little bit larger of a lead than most Saints batters tonight. The 1-0 to Ryan. Fastball in the zone, strike 1. One ball and 1 strike, 2 outs for Erspamer and the Riptide defense. No errors on the board for Orange County. 1-1 from Erspamer. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 2. Erspamer knocking on the door of strikeout number 8. 2 outs, tie ball game. The 1-2. Lined out to left field. Navarro going back on it. It's out of the glove and down for a base hit. Turner hits 3 and comes around to score. Ryan running over and sliding into third. A 2-out RBI triple for Jax Ryan. And the wild throw. Jax Ryan thinks about coming home, but he holds at third. But talk about a 2-out clutch extra base hit. His second triple of the summer. With 2 outs, he brings in the go-ahead run in Cody Turner. Absolutely electric from Jax Ryan. And this will call for mound meeting number 2, and that will be the end of the day for Michael Erspamer. We'll take a quick break here on the Saints streaming network. When we come back, 2 outs and Levi Medella up to bat here in the 6th. Michael Ersbaumer finishes his line tonight at 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 5 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. Hit by pitch against Jose Vasquez, which brings in Dane Grant, who comes into this game with a regular season ERA of 2.38, an 0-2 win-loss record, 8 games, 22 2/3 innings pitched, as his first offering to Levi Medella is in there for strike one. Two runs and 2 hits so far this inning after the electric RBI triple from Jax Ryan, way over the head of Bradley Navarro. Medella takes. One and one the count with 2 outs. Pitch from Grant in there for strike 2. 30 strikeouts in the regular season for Dane Grant. He eyes strikeout number 8 for the Riptide today, his first in the postseason. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jax Ryan standing at third after the RBI triple. 4-3 in favor of the Saints. Grant with the pitch. Check swing. Didn't go around. Pitch misses low. Pushes us to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grant set at the belt. Kicks the 2-2. Hit high and hard out into left field. Navarro makes the grab to retire the frame. But the Saints find timely hitting. Cody Turner with a 2-out single and Jax Ryan with a 2-out RBI triple to take the lead here in Irvine. And with that, we will head to the bottom of the 6th. The Riptide now trailing, and they look to strike back. Oh my God. It is. Damn. Yeah, I would agree. Know what happened? Oh, are you a Pirates fan? Oh. I didn't know if you were saying like Giants were bases loaded. Oh yeah. Are you a Pittsburgh sports fan? Are you a Pirates fan? I love Sidney Crosby. Great guy. Great guy. Oh, what a chance. 60 years right The cleanup hitter for the Riptide leads things off in the bottom of the 6th, and Cody Turner's day on the mound continues. He comes in for inning number 6, currently with 3 earned runs, 8 hits allowed, and 7 strikeouts. As the first offering to the cleanup man, Luke Johnson, in there for strike 1. Beg your pardon, that was actually ball 1, pitch just missing the zone. Now 2-0 the count after the 1-0 misses inside again at the elbows of Luke Johnson. Turner with the 2-0 pitch. 3 straight balls from Cody Turner to Luke Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to Joey Milto out in right field and a swinging strikeout. 1 of 7 for Cody Turner. 3-0. Right up the middle, called strike 1. No swing from Luke Johnson, taking on the 3-0, looking for that leadoff walk, but unable to find it so far. But still a hitter's count for Luke Johnson here against Cody Turner. The 3-1 misses upstairs, a leadoff walk. Cody Turner's first walk of the day. So now Johnson at first, and it's Reed Montgomery who comes in for his third plate appearance of the day. He's 0 for 2 in the same fashion of Luke Johnson, just in reverse order. Luke Johnson, of course, as I just said, with the fly out to Joey Milto in right field and the swinging strikeout. Reed Montgomery went 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout and then flew out to right field for Joey Milto. He just got on base for the first time today, courtesy of the walk from Turner. A fastball down the middle from Cody Turner, the first offering to Reed Montgomery, in there for strike 1. Luke Johnson at first. No outs. Turner in an 0-1 count here in what'll look to be his 6th inning of work. An off-speed pitch comes into the zone. Called strike 2. Turner in the driver's seat. No balls and 2 strikes against Reed Montgomery. Oh and 2. Turner delivers. Lined hard, and it's fair. Johnson comes to third, wraps around, and comes in to score the tying run. Ryan gets the throw, not in time. Fair by a matter of inches, and it's an RBI triple for Reed Montgomery. This game is tied 4-4, and it's just bouncing back after bouncing back right now between both teams. And this will call for a mound meeting. Aaron Milam walks his way out to the hill to discuss with Cody Turner in the infield. So Reed Montgomery gets hit number 1, a game-tying RBI triple. 1 run and 1 hit, and still a runner on with nobody out here in the 6th for the Riptide. So as it stands right now, Turner threw 5+ innings, as he is yet to record an out here in the 6th. 8:52 p.m. Pacific here in Irvine, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Now Zach Crandall with a runner in scoring position. First offering to Crandall, called strike 1. Tie ball game. Montgomery represents the go-ahead run. Turner deals the 0-1 in the zone. No balls and 2 strikes for Cody Turner. Knocking on the door for strikeout number 8. Oh, 2 from Turner. Just outside and away. One and 2. Turner at the doorstep. The 1-2 missed low and in the dirt. Vasquez with a very important body cover up of the pitch, because a wild throw getting away from Vasquez would give the Riptide the lead. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now for Turner. The pitch. Hit foul on the right side over the stadium into the parking lot. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Cody Turner. Turner's got 22 strikeouts on the summer now. Knocking on the door for 23. 2-2. Just upstairs out of the zone. Full count for Cody Turner now. Still no outs, and Reed Montgomery standing at third. Payoff pitch. Misses low. A walk for Cody Turner puts runners at the corners. Had to be a matter of inches as far as that ball hitting the strike zone. Turner's got all of his walks in this respective inning. Still yet to record an out here in the sixth. Runners at the corners, a tie ball game. Jack Salmon up now. First offering from Turner, who's picked up the pace a little bit. Pitching a little bit faster. Not the pace of his actual throws, that is, the pace of the game and just the time allotted between each pitch. But his first offering to Salmon in the zone. Salmon's 1 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a single. This one softly grounded over to Freer. He'll throw over to second. A throw in time, but not enough time, that is. But also the go-ahead run coming in to score for the Riptide. Reed Montgomery comes in and scores run number 5. Crandall thrown out at second. Salmon reaching on the fielder's choice. 1 runner on, 1 out, but the Riptide now with the lead. 2 runs and 1 hit here in this frame. Camden Sauce now, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. First offering misses the zone. 1 ball and no strikes to Camden Sauce now, who looks for hit number 2. Out of Texas Christian University. Takes on the 1-0. Misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Freshman year at TCU, 9 games and 5 starts for Camden Sauce. Started 2 games as the DH, 2 at third base and 1 at second base. Also appeared in 2 games as a defensive replacement. As he takes again on the 2-0, 3 straight balls for Cody Turner through 5 1/3 innings. He's got a runner at first. He's allowed 5 earned runs. Turner with the 3-0. In there for strike 1. He stays alive, pushes the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Turner with the 3-1. In there for strike 2. Turner hangs on by a thread and stays alive with an out and a runner at first in a full count, knocking on the door for his 8th strikeout of the day. Payoff pitch. Just a bit under the zone. 3rd walk of the frame for Cody Turner. 2 runners on, 1 runner in scoring position. Camden Sauce at first. Jack Salmon at second. Riley Hunsaker, who had an RBI single. He's 2 for 2 on the day. The RBI single back in the 5th. Turner's got 2 runners on and 1 out. First offering. Misses low. Vasquez, quick to get up on his feet and look for the back pick attempt. Want to know the count with 1 out. Sauce at first, Salmon at second. Riptide with the 5-4 lead. Turner with the pitch. Right up the middle, a fastball in there for strike 1. Crazy Aces on the scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Riley Hunsaker here in the 1-1. Grounds this one over to Jax Ryan. throws it over to second. The throw to first is off-centered. And this will bring in the 6th run to score for the Riptide. What started out as a picturesque double play ended up turning into an off-centered throwing error, which scored run number 6 for the Riptide. And this calls for mound meeting number 2 through 5 2/3 innings. Cody Turner's day will come to a close. And with that, we'll kick it to a quick break here on the Saints Streaming Network. The Riptide with a 2-run lead now here in the 6th inning.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will. It will score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 top of the 1st inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the 1st run of the games outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound. Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the 3rd base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Rio didn't get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the 1st inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the 9th for the Saints to end things in the 9th inning? What a game for the Saints.
Cody Turner's longest outing of the summer has officially come to a close. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. That last 6th run of the day for the Riptide, an unearned run for Cody Turner, as it was an error on Trotter Enright, which scored Jack Salmon. 3 walks and 7 strikeouts through 27 batters faced. Tip of the cap to Cody Turner. An outstanding day on the rubber for Arroyo Seco. Now it's Tyler Herges. Comes in to relieve Cody Turner. Wore number 33 during the regular season. Wearing number 45 tonight. Comes into the game with a 2-1 win-loss record. A 4.50 ERA. 9 games, 3 starts, 22 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, and 10 walks to his 21 hits allowed. One and one the count now with 2 outs for Herges. He deals to Navarro, the true leadoff man, coming in for at-bat number 4. He's 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single. Fly out to Jackson Reed out in left field, as well as a swinging strikeout. Herges' only loss of the summer against the Riptide, 5-11 loss at Jackie Robinson Field. His 2 wins against the Oaks and the Santa Barbara Foresters. As the 1-2 misses inside, pushes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Herges eyes strikeout number 29 of the summer, his first of the postseason. Here in his first batter faced in the postseason. Winner go home for the Saints. The winner faces the Oaks tomorrow. 2-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Tyler Herges retires the side for the Saints. We head to the final third of this ball game. Riptide leading 6-4.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the games outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and the Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Carrillo didn't get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a 4 spot in the bottom of the 9th for the Saints to end things in the 9th inning? What a game for the Saints.
The Riptide get 2 runs off 1 hit, 1 error, and strand 1 runner to send us to the final third of this ball game. Top of the 7th inning. And it's the 8-9-1 batters due up. Jose Vasquez leading things off. Joey Milto on deck. And Jacob Freer, the true leadoff man, in the hole. As we welcome you back to the Saints Streaming Network, my name is Mark Robinson. Happy to be with you here on the call tonight for the CCL South first round of the playoffs. The 6-team playoff format, of course, spread out across the CCL North and the CCL South. Tonight's wild card game, the winner faces the Conejo Oaks. As the 1-0 offering is swung on and missed by Jose Vasquez, who's 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. Only 1 hit by pitch on the entire day across all pitchers to enter the game. And it's Jose Vasquez who caught a pitch on the body from Michael Ersbaumer back in the 5th. 1-1. Misses the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike now from Dane Grant, who comes in, looks to tally his first full inning of work. 2-1. Finds the zone in there for a called strike 2. Vasquez would go on, if the Saints win tonight, to play against his former team as he puts one way up into the air. Crandall rips off the mask, runs over to make the grab, but unable to do so. Second missed foul ball catch for Zach Crandall tonight. Vasquez stays alive in a 2-2 count. Two and 2 the count for the leadoff man, Vasquez. Grant kicks and delivers. 2-2 away. Full count for Vasquez leading things off here in the 7th. Payoff pitch fouled. Dane Grant, only a third of an inning. No hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has only faced 1 batter. The batter that he did face in Levi Medella flew out over to Bradley Navarro in left field. Payoff pitch. Softly grounded over to Evans. He scoops it up and makes the throw over to first in time for the first out of the inning. An easy leadoff 5-3 putout for the Riptide infield. And now it's Joey Milto. Comes up 0 for 2, a swinging strikeout and a fly out to left for plate appearance number 3. Another big congratulations to Joey Milto committing to Central Michigan University as he swings on the first offering for strike one. Owen won the count with one out. Nobody on for Dane Grant and the Riptide here in the top of the 7th. He'll kick and deliver to Milto. Swing and a miss, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes for Joey Milto. Still looking for his first hit of the day. The Saints have 5. The 0-2 misses the zone. Central Michigan, 20-35 overall record last season, 11-19 in conference. Ended the season on a 3-game losing streak. As the 1-2 is barely tipped foul by Joey Milto. Central Michigan in the Mid-American Conference West Division. A Division I program, of course. The 1-2, softly grounded by Joey Milto. Johnson scoops it up, the throw to first in time for out number 2. Back-to-back infield groundouts successfully fielded by Jake Evans and then Luke Johnson, respectively, in that order. 2 batters, 2 outs. Dane Grant looking to face the minimum in his first full inning of work. And we're back to the top of the order. It's Jacob Freer, who's 1 for 3 on the day, 2 swinging strikeouts and a single. Saints trailing by 2, 6-4 in favor of the Riptide. First offering from Grant to Freer. Off-speed pitch misses upstairs. Jacob Freer at Azusa Pacific. Turns the hips and the elbows on the 1-0. Gets the call in his favor, 2 balls and no strikes. Promising newcomer this year, Jacob Freer, a true freshman. Contend for a starting berth at third base. And he did so at Azusa Pacific. An 06 birthday, one of the younger guys on the team in Jacob Freer, the true leadoff man tonight, as he takes on the 2-1, misses low. 3-1 the count with 2 outs for Jacob Freer. No runners on. Riptide with the lead. Hitters count, though, for Freer. The pitch in there for strike 2. Dane Grant stays alive. Knocking on the door for strikeout number 1. Grant with the payoff pitch. Grounded right into the glove of Dane Grant. Underhand throw to first to retire the side. Dane Grant faces the minimum, and the Riptide hold on to their lead. We head to the bottom of the 7th here on the Saints Streaming Network.
We're just getting a little warm-up toss in. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Central Michigan, wow. What a lucky place to have you. God, I wish I could have you all the time. What do we have over here? Pitchers, boring. Screaming. Yeah, there you go. You guys, he can hear it from a mile away. He's got dog-like ears.
Easy smooth.
Easy smooth. 808 boys. Represent. Yeah.
Gotta get one.
Shout out, homies right here. Shout out homies right here, getting us right, making sure we're in the game every day, getting our uniforms right. Thank you so much. What are you looking at, Keon?
Easy smooth. Easy smooth.
Easy smooth.
TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
Bottom of the 7th, the Riptide still with the lead. It's the 2-batter, Jake Evans, leading things off. Carter Dan's on deck, and Luke Johnson in the hole. Here to start off the bottom of the 7th. 0-1 the count. Pitch misses in the zone, evens it up 1 ball and 1 strike to Jake Evans. 3 straight groundouts to the infield retire the side for the Saints offense. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody on. A quick 3-up, 3-down frame as this one lofted into the air. Milto crashes in and makes the grab for the first out of the inning. A routine fly out to the right fielder, Joey Milto, and he gets the job done. Jake Evans remains 0 for 4 on the night. A 5-3 ground out, a 6-4-3 double play, a swinging strikeout, and a fly out to Joey Milto. So now with an out, Tyler Herges will face Carter Dans for the first time. Herges also looking to tally his first complete inning of work on the hill. Dane Grant did so, facing the minimum as the Riptide went 3-up, 3-down in the top of the 7th. Herges kicks and delivers a breaker, which finds the zone for a nice strike. Oh, 1 from Herges. This is away to Carter Dans. One and one with an out. Herges delivers. Just out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Carter Dans. A two-way player, pitching primarily at Northwestern University. 3 1/3 is his career high innings pitched as he takes a look at a 2-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Career high of 2 strikeouts versus NIU on April 15th, 2025. Now in a 2-2 count against Herges. He kicks and delivers. It's hit high into the sky, straight into center field, and Hayworth makes the easy grab for out number 2. 2 straight outfield flyouts, and it's Luke Johnson who comes in for his fourth plate appearance. He's 0 for 2, was also walked by Cody Turner, flew out to right, and struck out swinging in his official at-bats tonight. Winner of this game moves on to play the Oaks tomorrow, as this pitch is right into the back shoulder of Luke Johnson. First hit by pitch of the day for the Saints. Puts Johnson at first. 2-out base runner here in the 7th for the Riptide. Jordan Townley getting loose in the bullpen. As Tyler Herges has 2 outs behind him, looking to get through his first full inning here in the postseason. Saints still trailing by 2. First offering to Reed Montgomery in there for strike 1. Reed Montgomery at Long Beach State. 34 games in the outfield this last season. Started 13 times, 5 hits and 49 at-bats to go down for a low 100s average. Scored 4 times, also drove in 2 runs. 2 of his 5 hits were doubles. He was also walked 6 times, was hit by pitch 1 time. Named to the Academic All-Conference in the Big West as well. He's in a 1-1 count as he lines this one into the air. Hayworth going back on it. He calls off Milton. He makes the grab to retire the side. 4 batters, 3 outs for Tyler Herges. He gets his first full inning of work, but the Riptide hold on to their 2-run lead as we head into the 8th inning here on the Saints Streaming Network. Top of the 8th here on the Saints streaming network, and I want to give a huge shout out to one of our Saints interns up here in the away balcony press box, Joseph Gray, one of the statisticians for the Arroyo Seco Saints this summer, graciously offered to do 2 jobs tonight and operate the production side of the broadcast. I will tell you, all of those listening and watching on the Saints streaming network, calling a baseball game, scoring a baseball game, and producing a baseball game, as in switching the cameras, operating the score bug and all that, very hard to do all 3 of those at once. So to have a producer in Joseph Gray, who is doing a very splendid job, might I add, is a luxury that I have not been able to experience all season long. Of course, another big shout-out goes to our producer at home, Giordano Camara, who was a remarkable producer at Jackie Robinson Field, but he doesn't travel with the team. And so to have a actively working producer, I can't stress enough how amazing it has been. So Joseph Gray getting a very big shout-out. It's Trotter Enright leading things off in the top of the 8th in an 0-1 count. He fouls this one back. Now 1-2, excuse me. Incorrect scoreboard here at the Great Park. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Trotter Enright. He's only 0 for 1 on the day. 3 plate appearances. He was walked in his last 2 times up at the plate. Now in a 1-2 count. He grounds this one over to Jake Evans. The high throw is over the head of Carter Dans. A throwing error puts Trotter Enright at first. First error of the day for the Riptide. And a leadoff base runner. Trotter Enright now reaching first successfully in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. And now it's Jackson Reed. Started off hot. Back-to-back singles, one of them with an RBI attached to it. Flew out to right in his last at-bat. Looks for hit number 3. First pitch swinging on the ground in left field for a base hit. Jackson Reed gets base knock number 3, moves Trotter Enright up to second, and keeps a no-out single alive for the Saints. And for Dane Grant, that is the first hit of the day allowed. And now 2 runners in scoring position. It's Lane Hayworth, who looks for hit number 1. He's got a looking strikeout, a swinging strikeout, and he grounded out to Michael Ersbaumer, the previous starting pitcher for the Riptide, who got the throw over. First pitch swinging is Hayworth. Oh, 0-1 count for Hayworth. Enright at second, Reed at first. Takes on the 0-1. Heavy swinger, Lane Hayworth is. Always taking big swings, looking to get as much contact and power as he possibly can. And rightfully so. It helped him have a regular season average of 259, 108 at-bats. He had 31 runs, 28 hits, 8 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Both of those home runs at Jackie Robinson Field. As he swings at the 1-1, hits it foul. Now a 1 ball, 2 strike count for Lane Hayworth. Three of the last 10 games, he had multi-hit nights. A 4 for 5 night against the Waves, 2 for 5 against the Seagulls, and 2 for 3 against the Orange County Riptide, where the Saints would lose at home 11-5. 1-2 in the dirt, missing low. 2 balls and 2 strikes, no outs for the Saints. Enright represents run number 5. Jackson Reed represents the tying run. Hayworth represents the go-ahead run, barring his ability to get on base. As Dane Grant will step off the rubber, and Zach Crandall will jog up to the top of the hill to discuss the plan for the 2-2 pitch. Temperatures dropping below 70 degrees, 69 degrees Fahrenheit now. Gorgeous night here in Southern California. No wind. Just a picturesque night for playoff baseball. As we've mentioned, the winner of this game goes on to play the Conejo Oaks up at Cal Lutheran University at Sparky Anderson Field tomorrow at 4:30. Tomorrow as well, the Stompers and the Crawdads hosting off for the CCL North winner-go-home championship game. As the 2-2 misses the zone, pushes the count to full for Lane Hayworth. Two runners on, no outs. Dane Grant surveys the infield. Payoff pitch. Misses low, a walk. Loads the bases with no outs. The Saints with a prime opportunity, and the go-ahead run now out on the pond in Lane Hayworth. Enright moves up to third. Reed over to second. And, of course, Lane Hayworth going to first. Cody Turner, 1 for 3 on the day, with an RBI in one of his at-bats as well, which will call for a mound meeting with Dane Grant, as he's now got the bases loaded, nobody out. In what has been such a back-and-forth game so far tonight. And as we let the mound meeting commence, talk about some Saints playoff history. Didn't make the playoffs in 2022 when the new 6-team, first 2 rounds, sudden death 1-game series, championship, best of 3-game series was adopted by the CCL. They didn't make the playoffs in 2022. In 2023, they were the 1 seed in the South, so they had the bye. They beat the Riptide in the South Championship, and then they lost to the Healdsburg Prune Packers, who are no longer in the CCL, in the championship in a 2-game series, 2-game sweep, that is. And then in 2024, last year, they made the playoffs alongside the same 2 teams, and they lost to the Riptide in the first wildcard round, 4-1 at home at Jackie Robinson Field. Now a fresh count, bases loaded for Cody Turner. Grant with the first pitch, swung on and lined into left field for a base hit. Enright comes in to score. Reed chugging along home. The Saints have tied the game 6 runs apiece here in the 8th. A 2 RBI single for Cody Turner. The go-ahead run in scoring position. Both runners in scoring position capitalizing on Cody Turner. First pitch swinging. Grant allows his second hit of the day. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error so far. As Hayworth, with a comfortable lead over at second, comes back sliding into second safely by a hair. Cody Turner standing with a nice comfortable lead from first. Tie ball game. Grant delivers. It's Jax Ryan up to bat, tonight's beer batter, who was 0 for 2 going into his last at-bat and completely turned his day on its head with an RBI triple deep out into left field over the head of Bradley Navarro. He swings and lofts one way into the night sky on the 1-0. And Luke Johnson tracks it down and makes the grab. 1 out for the Riptide. Not a strikeout, which is unfortunate for all the Riptide fans, obviously, looking for that discounted beer. So now 1 out. Double play ball ends the inning for Levi Medella, who comes up for his 4th plate appearance. 0 for 3 with a fly out to center, a ground out to shortstop, and a fly out to left. First offering to Medella, hit foul right at the eye line of head coach Aaron Milam, standing as the third base coach. Infield playing a little bit in, looking for that double play ball. Keeping our eyes on Jake Evans and Camden Sauce. Outfield shifted, pole side, for the left-handed hitter Levi Medella. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, off speed upstairs. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Saints came into this inning trailing by 2. A 2 RBI single for Cody Turner moved Hayworth up to second and scored 2 runs. The second run in Jackson Reed, the tying run. So 6-6 ball game now. Medella takes on the 1-1. Gets the call in his favor. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. Grant taking his time at the belt against Levi Medella. He delivers. Grounded. Over to Sauce, who mishandles it. Hayworth comes around to score, and the Saints take the lead. An error in the infield gives the Saints the lead, the second error of the game and the inning for the Riptide. Turner moves up to second. Medella reaching on the E6. And Hayworth scoring from second. Hayworth, the go-ahead run, coming in to score. So it's been Enright, Reed, and Hayworth. Every single batter has scored so far that's reached base. In the order, respectively, Enright, Reed, and Hayworth. Turner still on base. Jax Ryan not, but Levi Medella with a chance to keep the parade going. 7-6, the Saints with the lead. Vasquez up to bat in a 1-0 count. Comfortable lead at second from Turner. This one fouled high into the night sky and off the Saints bus. I turned over, looked the other way, and watched the ball come right down onto the top of our bus that drove us here from Pasadena to Irvine. Crazy Aces, 1-1 the count with 1 out. Check swing. He went around, courtesy of Chris Mayer, the first base umpire. Pushes the count to 1-2. 2 runners on. Cody Turner in scoring position. Double play ball in effect to end the inning for the Riptide. 1-2 the count. Dane Grant looking for strikeout number 1. The pitch lined right into the glove, and the double play ends the frame. Unfortunate for Cody Turner, who got the comfortable jump, but Luke Johnson made the grab and threw the ball right over to second to Camden Sauce to get the force out for the double play. But the Saints able to capitalize on both timely hitting and errors, and they take the lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th here on the Saints Streaming Network.
What the?
No one here?
It's gotta be one of the Texas boys.
Cody.
Maynard?
No.
I know he played football before.
It's probably Matt Maynard.
Final answer?
No.
I'm gonna say Jake.
No, it's definitely not.
It's got to be one of the Texas kids.
Oh, won a state championship in high school?
Yeah, just think about who played football.
Maynard?
Yeah, definitely Maynard. Maynard for sure. I saw his Instagram yesterday. He had some football flips on there.
Maynard?
Yeah.
What if it was like Kate or something? Nasty.
Are they?
His school
and they're
nasty.
Oklahoma, right? It'd be somewhere in Texas, I would think.
What year did you say?
It could be Matt.
All right, let's go Matt.
Go with Matt.
Let's go Matt.
You go Maynard?
Yeah.
All right, Maynard.
You did? Oh, that's free.
Are
you serious?
Joey Milto.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joey.
Wow. Joey Milto, yeah.
Oh, that's a good call.
bottom of the 8th, and the Saints found the go-ahead run, capitalizing on an error by the shortstop, Camden Sauce. And it's the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Zach Crandall, the catcher, leads things off. The Saints with a 1-run lead now. Crandall, if able to get on base, represents the tying run. Jack Salmon's on deck, Camden Sauce in the hole. Crandall, 2 for 2 on the day, has 3 plate appearances, was walked in his last trip up to home plate. In a 1-1 count against Tyler Herges. Swing and a miss, strike 2 from Tyler Herges against Zach Crandall. Herges eyeing strikeout number 2. The pitch. Just a bit away. Herges got his only strikeout in that last third of the 6th when he came in to relieve Cody Turner, and he gets his second. Here against Zach Crandall. Catches him swinging for the first out of the inning. Talk about right on cue. So 1 out, nobody on. Jack Salmon has 1 hit, has reached base twice from the single and a fielder's choice, and would come in to score back in the 6th as well. Recorded a 4-3 putout in his first at-bat of the night. First offering from Herges finds the zone right up the middle, 0-1 the count for Jack Salmon. Another check swing from Salmon, turns the hips and the elbows. As we've talked about, the nephew of Tim Salmon, a well-known Los Angeles Angels retired player. As Jack Salmon fouls this one high for strike 2. Tim Salmon, nicknamed King Fish, courtesy of that awesome last name. Former MLB player, currently also working in the world of sports broadcasting. Plays his entire career with the Los Angeles Angels as a designated hitter and an outfielder. Check swing, caught him for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Tyler Herges. He gets number 2 and number 3 through the first 2 batters here in the 8th. And now it's Camden Sauce coming up while Tyler Herges looks to face the minimum. First offering. Misses low in the dirt near the plate for ball 1. Sauce takes on the 1-0. Up the middle from Herges for strike 1. Sauce with 1 hit on the day. Takes this one to the back. And Tyler Herges records his second hit by pitch. And a 2-out runner on first. Camden Sauce heads up onto the pond. So now it's the 9 batter, Riley Hunsaker. Hunsaker with a runner at first. Tyler Herges, 2 batters, 2 outs, and then Third batter faced. A hit by pitch as this one lofted into the air. Freer coming in on it and makes the grab to end the side for the Saints. Quick work. 4 batters, 3 outs. They strand a runner as we head to the 9th. The Saints with a chance to extend their lead, and then it's 3 outs, and they move on to the CCL South Championship here on the Saints Streaming Network. Top of the 9th inning, and Ganon Snider checks in to pinch hit for Joey Milto. Most likely a position hitter versus pitcher situation in which Ganon Snider is a right-handed hitter against the lefter Dylan Blakey, who comes in to relieve here in the 9th. Snider first pitch swinging, called strike 1. With Blakey coming in to relieve Dane Grant, it clocks his day at 2 1/3 innings. 2 hits, 3 runs, only one of them earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts through his 11 batter faced. Snider, another swing, this one fouled on the right side. Dylan Blakey comes into this game with a 1-1 win-loss record on the regular season. 3.06 ERA, 14 2/3 innings, 22 strikeouts to just 7 walks in his 9 games this summer. 13 hits allowed as well. The 0-2 is hit over to Camden Sauce at shortstop, but he mishandles it. Snider reaches on the E6. Another error for the shortstop, Camden Sauce. Ganon Snider, a leadoff reaching on error. And it looks like Luke Johnson and Camden Sauce just switched positions. Johnson now at shortstop and Sauce at second. Nobody out. Back to the top of the order. Jacob Freer in a 1-0 count. Saints with the lead. Hard throw there from Dylan Blakey. (2-0) to Freer. 3 straight balls for Dylan Blakey. Three balls, no strikes for Jacob Freer. The pitch misses low. He'll reach on walk. 2 runners on, no outs. Brings up Trotter Enright. Jacob Freer reaches base for the second time today. Had a single back in the 4th. Remains 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and that single. But in his 5th plate appearance, gets the walk. And this will call for an early mound meeting for Dylan Blakey, who through 2 batters faced. Snider reached on the E6 and a walk for Jacob Freer. Puts runner in scoring position. Snider representing run number 8. Saints hoping to extend their lead. The 3rd straight time that the Saints have faced the Riptide in the playoffs. Saints have won their last 2 games at the Great Park here in Irvine, looking to do that again for the 3rd time this summer. A 2-1 away record. And on the whole CCL South side of the playoffs, it's the same 3 teams in the same position as last year. Last year, the Riptide beat the Saints to face the Oaks in the divisional championship. The Oaks won and then would go on to sweep the Crawdads in the CCL championship. So the Oaks winning last year, looking to go back-to-back as they're the 1 seed in the South. And now Dylan Blakey, after the mound meeting, resets with no outs, turns and looks over to second, holds on the pick attempt to Ganon Snider. Enright has reached on his last 3 plate appearances, 0 for 1. 2 walks and reached on error. That was the first of 3 errors on the game for the Riptide. 1 of 2. 2 of them, that is, in the 8th. Want to know the count for Trotter Enright. Snider at second, Freer at first. Blakey delivers. Enright steps out on this one, but the pitch in there for strike 1. Snider very athletically moving around the base. Blakey surveying second, kicks and delivers. Comfortable lead, almost halfway between the space of second and third for Snider. Snider, who recently committed to UC Berkeley. A huge congratulations to Ganon Snider, who had a good season. 300 average, right on the nose for this summer. He'll go. And no throw from Zach Crandall. Runners move station to station. A great jump by Snider. Freer follows. 2 runners in scoring position. They represent the 8th and the 9th runs. Saints already with the lead here in the 9th, looking to extend it. Snider would score run number 17 on the summer. as the 2-2 to Enright. Misses the zone. Still no outs. 2 runners in scoring position. Full count, 2 runners on, no outs for Trotter Enright against Blakey. Payoff pitch. Chopped hard and foul behind home plate. Still full count for Dylan Blakey. Payoff pitch. Lined hard right over the head of Snider at third base for a called foul ball. We'll do it again. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Trotter Enright ended his collegiate season at Long Beach State this last year in the Big West Conference with a almost 400 batting average, a 394, 32 runs, 37 hits. Grounds this one over to Camden Sauce, who mishandles but eventually recollects. But Snider comes in to score. The Saints extend their lead. Enright gets the RBI off of the 6-3 putout. Luke Johnson back over at second. Sauce now at shortstop again. They switched positions briefly, but looks like they've gone back to their respective places that they started this game at. Now 1 out, 1 runner at second in Jacob Freer. 1 run on no hits this frame for the Saints. They lead by 2. Dylan Blakey checks over on second for Freer, and the pitch in there for strike 1 against Jackson Reed, who is having the best day offensively for the Saints. 3 for 4 with 3 singles. 1 of them has an RBI attached to it. Only 1 at-bat where he did not record a hit. He flew out to right field, where Riley Hunsaker took care of the deep fly ball. Now for at-bat number 5 against Dylan Blakey. He's got a chance to drive in another RBI. He takes on the 0-1. It's in there for a called strike 2. Blakey has 1 walk to his 0 strikeouts, 1 run come in to score. Was not an earned run, though. 0-2 the count. Freer in scoring position. Reed looking for hit number 4. The 0-2 in the dirt, in front of the plate. 1-2 the count for Jackson Reed. Reed did not record a single at-bat this last season, but in 2022 had a 2.86 average, 241 average in 2023, and a 259 average in 2024, all at Seattle University. Runner goes on the pitch. The throw down from Crandall is in time. Freer is caught stealing over at third for the second out of the inning, and now a 2-2 count with 2 outs. So now nobody on, and a deuces wild count. Different situation for Jackson Reed. The pitch fouled high on the third base side. Reed steps out and recollects. 2-2 the count. 2 outs after Freer caught stealing at third. Crandall to Jake Evans, courtesy of the second out of the inning. 2-2 from Blakey. Softly grounded near the outfield. Camden Sauce scoops it up and throws, but not in time. Looks like some controversy there as to whether or not the tag was in play. Umpire ruled him safe. So another hit for Jackson Reed. He has 4 now. He's 4 for 5 on the day, and he stands as the only base runner on. Which brings up Lane Hayworth, who, opposite to Jackson Reed, looks for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 3 in 4 plate appearances. Has recorded 3 official at-bats, 2 strikeouts, and a ground out, as well as a walk. First pitch swinging, hits it foul. Evans runs it down, but it's out of play for strike 1. Hayworth, 5'10", 195 pounds. Cody Turner on deck. Jax Ryan in the hole. 2 outs, 1 runner on. In Jackson Reed. Kept the Saints alive with a 2-out single. 0-1 the count. Hayworth swings and fouls it high for strike 2. "32 strikeouts on the summer, regular season and postseason combined. 2 tonight, 30 in the regular season. In an 0-2 count with 2 outs now for Lane Hayworth. Reed goes. The pitch swung on. It's on the ground. The throw down to first. Not in time. And a drop third strike puts Hayworth safe at first. So it goes down as a strikeout. But he makes it safely. So that goes down as an at-bat and a strikeout, but Hayworth is at first. Runner goes. The throw down to second is not in time. And it looks like Luke Johnson's going to have some words for Max Ponce. 1-0 count. No extracurricular activities. Nobody's thrown out of the game. Everybody's still in their respective positions, but Hayworth over at second now. Jackson Reed over at third. Saints with a 2-run lead. Turner takes on the 1-0 in there for strike 1. One and 1 the count for Cody Turner. 2 for 4 back-to-back base hits. The pitch. Misses the zone, pushes to 2-1 the count for Cody Turner. 5 2/3 innings pitched as today's starter. 5 earned runs, 9 hits allowed, 7 strikeouts to his 3 walks. Also with the 2 for 4 day, a 2 RBI single in his most recent at-bat. As he swings on the 2-1, 2 runners on, 2 outs, 2 balls, and 2 strikes for Cody Turner. Deuce is wild here in the top of the 9th inning. Blakey setting the pace, taking his time. 2-2 pitch. And we head to the 9th. Turner goes down swinging. And now, as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Riptide trail by 2 at home. They look to tie it or potentially walk it off. The Saints, on the other hand, 3 outs away from advancing to the CCL South Championship.
I know it ain't all that late, but you should probably leave. I recognize that look in your eyes, yeah, you should probably leave.
The true leadoff man leads things off in the bottom of the ninth for the Riptide. They trail by 2. The Saints 3 outs away from punching their ticket to the CCL South Championship game. Check swing on the 1-0 from Navarro. He gets the call, did not go around. 2 balls and no strikes to Bradley Navarro. Only has 1 hit on the day. He's 1 for 4, an RBI single back in the 5th. Struck out swinging in his last at-bat as he grounds this one over to Freer, who throws it over to first in time for the first out of the inning. 2 outs away are the Saints from staying alive in the CCL postseason. Now it's Jake Evans, who has not recorded a hit tonight. Oh for 4. Struck out swinging and flew out to right field in his last 2 at-bats. He takes on the first pitch. It's in the ground low, 1-0. One-0 count. Herges delivers. In there for strike 1. Superfan Keith getting the home fans dialed in here at the Great Park. 1-1 the count with 1 out for Herges. Evans will step out and recollect. Breaker misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike for Tyler Herges. He's got an out behind him. 2 outs away from getting the save. Cody Turner in line for the win. The 2-1 upstairs for ball 3. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Hitters count. Herges delivers. It's upstairs. A 1-out walk puts Jake Evans at first. Now the double play in question for the Saints. So an out and a walk. Herges will not face the minimum. Carter Dan's up now. Luke Johnson on deck. Carter Dan's 1 hit on the day through 4 at-bats. He's got 2 strikeouts as the throw gets away from Medella. And that puts Evans up in scoring position with 1 out. Vasquez will come up to the hill to talk with Tyler Herges. Carter Dans, if he gets on base, represents the tying run. Third error of the day for the Saints. Fresh count for Herges, but a runner in scoring position. Carter Dans at second. First pitch in there for strike one from Herges. Nice fastball right in the inside zone. Carter Dans playing at Northwestern in the Big Ten Conference. Attending Northwestern as this wild pitch will send Evans over to third. One out, and Evans 90 feet away from closing the gap to 1 run. One and one count for Carter Dans. One upstairs for ball two. Herges, 2 balls and 1 strike. Evans looking to score with 1 out. 2-1. In there for strike 2. 2-2 count now. Dans wanting to get hit number 2 and RBI number 1. Evans looking to come in and score for the first time tonight. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. 2-2. Way over the head of Vasquez, but he gets a lucky bounce off the board. Comes right back to him. Absolutely blessed by the baseball gods there. A pitch that was a few feet over the head of Jose Vasquez came right back extremely quickly off the wall. Kept Jake Evans at third. Full count. 1 out. Runner at third. Big pitch here for Herges. He kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. 2 outs now. 1 out away from the win. Evans still at third. Luke Johnson, the last hope, and Matt Stone will head out to the mound. And it looks like a new pitcher coming in to relieve Tyler Herges. It'll be Jordan Townley. When we return here on the Saints Streaming Network, the Saints 1 out away from the win.
My name's Ganon Snider. I'm going to be a junior next year. I'm in the portal right now. I play basically everywhere, kind of a utility, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I played baseball since I could remember, from t-ball till now, and it's always been the biggest sport in my life for sure. Growing up with an older brother, I was playing against him and everything, getting my butt kicked and everything nonstop growing up. It was super competitive. The biggest thing in sports, in my opinion, is if you're not competitive, you're not going to be able to play at the highest level. So just being able to compete every single day and whatever it is huge. All the teammates here are high-level players. The competition's good, and they're all good people. The coaches are great. Next year I want to be able to compete for a team that's trying to make a run in the postseason, just pushing to get better every day. I want to play baseball as long as I can, and I'm going to
Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, and Jordan Townley comes in to try to record the final out and put the Saints on to the next round of the CCL postseason. Comes into the game with an 0-1 win-loss record, an 0.87 ERA. 5 games, 2 of them starts, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts to his 7 walks, and 7 hits allowed. He has one appearance against the Riptide this summer. Came in as a reliever on July 19th here at the Great Park, where the Saints would get one of their last 2 wins of the season here at the Great Park. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and through 18 batters faced. And it looks like a catching change as well. Johnny Garber in for the last, what we'd hope to be is the last out as well. So it's Garber behind the dish now. Two outs. Evans at third. Garber comes up to talk things out with Jordan Townley. Luke Johnson, the last hope for the Riptide, as he takes on the first pitch from Townley. It's in there for strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count, 2 outs. The pitch hit hard over to Ryan. The throw to first. Saints win. The Saints shock the Riptide, and they take the first round of the playoffs and advance to the CCL South Championship. They'll take on the Conejo Oaks tomorrow at Cal Lutheran University for the CCL Championship. An extremely even series all summer. 3-3, 2-1 away, 1-2 at home. The Saints come in tonight, take advantage of errors from the Riptide, and they get the win, eliminate the Riptide from the playoffs, and advance to play the Oaks tomorrow. Just an absolutely splendid performance from Arroyo Seco. The final tonight, 8-6 in favor of the Saints. Saints with 8 hits to the Riptide's 9 and 3 errors apiece for each team. But that's going to do it for tonight's first round matchup. My name is Mark Robinson saying so long from the Great Park here in Irvine, California. But the Saints not done yet. They'll be back in action tomorrow for the CCL South Championship at 4:30 in Thousand Oaks against the Conejo Oaks. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight to the Saints Streaming Network, and we'll see you all tomorrow. But for now, have a phenomenal rest of your night, everybody.